Good morning, Brain School. What are we going to do today? Learn.
Enjoy.
Relaxing. I brought some friends to assembly today. Say hello, everyone.
Hi.
So, starting this week, your teachers and all the support staff are going to start doing Zoom calls with you in small groups. So we thought we'd give you a little demonstration of how a Zoom call can work. The parents will be sent an email to tell them how they can get onto your Zoom call and when your Zoom call will be. I have done that with my friends and they have all joined me in my Zoom call. So can we go around to each of the teachers? Do you want to say hello? Start with Miss Colbeck.
Everybody.
Miss Tate.
Morning, children, we miss you.
Mrs. Bailey.
Good morning, I hope you're all doing well.
Miss Crouch.
Hi, morning everybody.
Mr. Morris.
Morning, everyone. Hi there.
And Mrs. Nash.
Morning.
Now, Zoom is really, really useful way that you can keep in touch with all your friends. But if all your friends are talking at the same time, just like if you were in class, you wouldn't be able to hear what each other was saying. So, teachers, do you fancy having a little chat? And I will show the children how I can stop you all talking when you're all talking over the top of each other.
Okay, well, I've had a really lovely day.
I think that it would be
I'm
nice.
loving the weather.
So I'm going to mute your teachers because they're all too noisy and they're all talking at the same time. And if you can see, they've all got a little red microphone in the corner of their screen, which means that we can't hear what they're saying because they're all talking at once. So if one of your teachers wants to say something, what they can do is put their hand up, like, there's my hand, like you would if you were in class, and then I can see that they want to speak. And then I can say, oh, Mrs. Nash, did you want to say something?
Yes, I would actually.
Go on then.
Are you enjoying the weather?
I'm enjoying the weather. Thank you very much. That was a very good question. Are you?
Yes, I'm loving it. Thank you.
Good.
I'm spending
Okay,
lots of time outside in my garden getting some fresh air.
Oh, good. I'm going to mute you again now and then see if anybody else has a question, okay? So you can listen to that person's question. Does anyone else have a question they'd like to ask or anything they'd like to say? Raise your hand if you do. Miss Tate, what would you like to say?
I just wanted to let everyone know that Dylan's in school with me today.
Oh, is he enjoying it?
He's having a super time. He's playing in the playground.
Can
Stealing
anyone
Mr. Babington's
guess?
tennis
Look
ball.
at Miss Tate. Miss Tate is in school looking after the key worker children today. Can anyone guess where she is? Where do you think she might be in school? Raise your hand, anyone on the call, if you think you know where Miss Tate is. Miss Colbeck, where do you think she is?
She's in the office.
Yay, she is in the office. I'm going to mute Miss Tate again now. Miss Colbeck, would you like to say anything?
I would just like to say that I'm missing all of my little Redwood children lots.
Oh, okay. Mrs. Bailey's got her hand up. Mrs. Bailey.
I just wanted to say I think the kids are doing really, really well with all their home learning. Keep it up.
I agree. I absolutely agree with you. Mr. Morris, would you like to say anything to the children?
Yes, no, I'd second that. I'm really, really proud of all the children and how well they're doing it. I think they're making us all very proud.
Excellent. Oh, Miss Crouch put her hand up. Yes, Miss Crouch.
No, I just wanted to say I hope everyone's doing lots of exercise. I've got my running gear on today because I did the Joe Wicks workout and I'm going to join Mr. Babington later.
Great, thanks. Okay, right, I'm going to unmute you all so that for a second, and I'm going to set you a challenge. Okay, you all ready for a challenge? Miss, don't look so scared, it's going to be okay. So I've got some objects, okay? You're going to do a little scavenger hunt. I've got some objects, I'm going to show you 3 objects. It's okay, Miss Colbeck, it will be fine. And you've got to decide what makes these objects related, and you have got to go and find 3 objects which you think match. Okay, so my first object is a bucket. My second object is a comb. And my third object are some socks. I've got a bucket, a comb, and some socks. And they actually go in that order. A bucket, it's really hard to hold these 3 things all at the same time. A bucket, a comb, and some socks. So why do you think I've chosen all of those? Don't say it, think it. And I want you to go and find, in less than 2 minutes, 3 objects which you think will match. Oh, Mr. Morris is off. He's off. Right, when you're ready, go.
I've got no idea.
No idea.
Me neither.
Don't just sit there, think. A bucket.
Comb and socks.
Yeah, think about initial sounds, Miss Colbeck.
Oh, I need to write it down. Hang on. Oh,
Bucket,
okay, got it.
comb, and some socks. And you guys at home, see if you can think about why.
I honestly haven't got any idea.
Think about the letter that each of these objects starts with, Mrs. Nash.
So is
Yeah.
it something that relates to all 3 of those?
So you have to think, why have I chosen these 3 objects? And you go and find 3 objects yourself which you think go with my 3 objects.
Okay, I'll be back.
Mr. Morris, you're pretty confident. You've not even left the sofa.
I've got it all here with me. Do you want me to say, or shall I?
No, wait. We're going to go around and
Okay.
see why, and we'll ask each person in turn. Right, I wonder if you guys at home can tell why I've chosen these 3 objects. Any idea? Or Miss Colbeck is still hunting. Hopefully they're going to come back soon. Okay, so I've got a bucket which begins with 1 letter, a comb which begins with another letter, and some socks which begins with...
I definitely wasn't.
Hey, have you got 3 objects? We're going to go see what each of the teachers think. Okay, Miss Colbeck has wrapped herself up warm in her fleece. Okay, Mrs. Nash has returned. Mrs. Bailey and Mrs. Crouch all. And I forgot to say, it's going to be house points for the teacher that gets this right. At the moment, Mr. Morris was the first back, but he didn't actually leave his sofa, so. Mrs. Nash, how are you feeling? Not too stressed?
Not too sure.
Confident? Quietly
Oh,
confident?
yes.
Okay. Oh, Mrs. Bailey's back. Okay. Right, I'm going to mute you all for the moment, just so that you don't give away why you've chosen the objects that you've chosen. And then we'll go around one at a time. Just wait for Miss Crouch to come back. Okay. Don't look so worried, Miss Colbeck. It's fine. Okay, Miss Crouch is back. Yay! Okay. Welcome back, Miss Crouch. Okay, so I'm going to go around each teacher. Before I tell you why I chose these 3 objects, you're each in turn going to tell us what you've brought and why you've brought them. And there are house points up for grabs here. So let's start with Mrs. Nash, because she seemed quite confident. Mrs. Nash.
I have bought a book
Okay.
because it begins with a letter B.
Ah, okay.
I bought a candle
Okay.
because it begins with a letter K.
Okay.
And I bought a skipping rope.
Oh, okay. So you put a book, a candle, and a skipping rope. And
Indeed.
something to do with the letters at the start of each object.
Yes.
Okay, right. Thank you. Okay, Miss Colbeck.
I'm very worried about this. I'm going to be very honest. Okay, I listened to the initial sounds. Redwood, do you remember what they are? I heard BCS, which is Braywick Court School. So I bought my Braywick Court School fleece because why not? I bought a whiteboard pen. I bought some Lumicon, and I bought a bonus, my pointy phonics finger.
Oh, so you brought your objects which made you think of Braywick Court School? Or the-
Yes, and I wore my jacket because why not?
Okay, good thinking. Thanks. Right. Ms. Tate.
I'm on a completely different wavelength. So bear with me, Mrs. Robertson. So
Okay.
I 3 items, your bucket, your comb, and your socks. I would take all of those items to the beach.
Okay.
So I bought a towel, not a very big towel to dry myself. I bought a drink because I'd take some water, and I've bought a ball to play in the sea.
Oh, interesting. So you were going
Sunny day.
location. Beach. Okay, interesting. Right. So let's go to Mrs. Bailey.
Well, I did the beach thing as well. So
Okay.
I took sunglasses. I took a hairband to put your hair up with, and a hairbrush to brush your hair when it comes out the salty sea.
Amazing. Thank you. Right, Mr. Morris, I'm intrigued by what you've got because you didn't go very far.
I had it all next to me. So I did the BCS as well, Berwick Court School. I have a ball pen for the B. I have a cube or a thousandstein for the C, and I have a stick, which is my tenstein.
Ah,
yeah.
Well done. You just happen to have those things lying around on your sofa.
Well, they were just next to me in my Berwick Court cupboard that I have
I'm
next
impressed.
to my
I
sofa.
mean, maximum success, minimum effort. Well done, Mr. Morris. Okay, Ms. Crouch, last but not least.
I was totally on the same wavelength as Miss Tate and Miss Bailey because I was thinking holidays, I'm thinking beach. I think it was the bucket. So I brought, like Miss Bailey, my sunglasses. Then I also bought a nice summer hat and a brush. I don't know why I bought the brush really, but maybe like Miss Bailey to brush my hair. But then while I was running around, I bought my lucky 8 ball because I just thought maybe that might give me the answer.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to unmute you all and then we can all hear your reactions. Okay, so some of you were right and some of you were very imaginative but not quite thinking on the same wavelength as me. So I brought a bucket and a comb and socks because they were the letters of our school, Berwick Court School. And that was random, but you had to kind of get inside and think about that. So well done to Mrs. Nash. I think you were the first one back with those objects, although you did need a little bit of support before you went off on your...
I did.
So I'm going to give the house points to Mr. Morris because he didn't need any support for that and he totally got off on it all on his own. Mr. Morris, which house are you in?
I'm in Spiders.
Oh, man.
Oh, so 5 house points to Spiders for Mr. Morris.
Yay.
Well done, Mr. Morris. Thank you all for joining me on my Zoom call today. It was really nice to chat to you all and see you all. I hope you enjoyed my little game too. And you guys have your Zoom calls with your teachers or your support staff this week. It will be someone from your year group. So it'll be somebody that you know. I hope you have as much fun as we did. So should we say goodbye to everybody?
Mrs. Robertson, Mrs.
Yes.
Robertson, can I just ask for imagination for me, Mrs. Bailey and Miss Crouch, who are a different wavelength? Do we get some house points for being imaginative?
I think so.
But independently, you all went on the same wavelength. I thought that was quite cool. Okay, should we get a house point, a bonus house point?
Yes.
That's given
Yeah.
Pudding.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
playing
don't
again.
ask, you don't get, Miss
I'm not
Goldberg.
playing again. No,
Everybody,
no.
everybody else can have 1 house point. Mr. Morris gets 5, okay?
No.
Thank you for being a good sport, teachers, and thank you for joining me. It was lovely to chat to you.
Bye.
Bye. You guys all enjoy your Zoom calls when you have them this week, and we hope that it really helps you keep in touch with all your friends. Right, time to go through the newsletter. So here is newsletter from Friday. What a busy week it was. Let's start with house points. Okay, now the first thing to say about house points is that the assembly for Friday and the newsletter are created over a couple of days, and particularly Friday's celebration assembly is recorded a couple of days before the end of the week. So there are still house points that come in after that, and they all get added to the following week. So sometimes there is a bit of delay. So there were some of your house points that you'd earned over the Easter holidays that weren't added or weren't counted on last week's total, but they will be added at the end of this week. Don't worry, we are keeping track. So here we've got our house points, totals for the week, and our housework challenge. Well done to Butterflies, who are doing a really good job there, and Spiders, acing it on your house point totals this week. Well done. And Chicks, good job, 225 house points in 1 week. That is amazing. Let's look at the accumulator totals. So yes, Chicks are all winning. Chicks are in the lead at the moment for the ice cream party, but it's everything to play for because it is very close. So please keep up the good work. Okay. Chicks are doing brilliantly with their well with the house points. So Chicks, please keep working on, get that housework going. Okay. Okay, right. Last week was topic takeover, and Mrs. Donnelly and I planned a really fun week. We hope you enjoyed learning about habitats and endangered species. And can I just say, your work was amazing. But Mrs. Donnelly has written you a little message here in the newsletter. I'm so proud of you all for the work you've produced for Topic Takeover Week this week. Big well done to you all. It's fantastic to see how creative you've been and how much time and effort you've put into your work in a variety of different formats. I can also tell from your work how passionate you are about the subject, and I'm really looking forward to putting together the videos and sharing them with you. We'd love to hear from you about whether or not you'd be interested in another week like this. Love from Mrs. Donnelly. And I would echo what Mrs. Donnelly has said there, that some of you were so creative and really thought of interesting ways to present what you had learned. So it'd be really nice if we can put all those together. So we'd really like to get some feedback on you from the Topic Takeover Week. Did you like it? What did you like? What didn't you like? And that might help us plan future topic weeks later in the term. Okay, so Star of the Week. Star of the Week. Right, so we've got Caitlin and Harry, Hugo, Anaya and Oliver, Max and Isaac, Thomas and Ava, Florence and Josh, Leonie and Issa. Issa, I saw a picture of your model. It looked amazing. Harry, Jaya and Maya. Well done, guys. Right, let's see what you guys had been up to then in more detail. So move me out the way over there. Willow class have been really creative this week and had enjoyed the topic takeover. They've made posters, videos and presentations and models. So let's have a look. What I really like is look, Gregory and Jackie worked together on their poster. Look at that giant poster. It's so cool. And Fleur made an awesome poster, and she also recorded a really super video to go with that. So well done, Fleur. Really good presentation there. Got a PowerPoint presentation about an Arctic fox. Look at that, Freddie dressed up, especially for his research. Great job, Freddie. Love it. Really nice to see a different variety of ways of working there, Willow class. Right, let's have a look at what Oak class have been up to. Oak class have been super busy this week alongside some fantastic research on endangered species and habitats. We've seen lots of brilliantly creative representations of rainforests. A very big well done to everyone for helping out at home. Every point helps for your team as well as being useful. Absolutely. So Oak class are smashing the housework homework challenge. Let's have a look at some of those photos. Look at all that different stuff. We've got computer work, we've got posters, we've got collages. Look at that, Teo setting the table for his dinner, and Rinky looks like she's cooking something. Amazing. Oh, look, Flicky's cleaning the windows. Well done, Flicky. Isn't that great? Awesome. Okay, so a big congratulations to Miss Tor. So you may not know, but this year Miss Tor has been working on getting a teaching assistant qualification. She had to do lots and lots of coursework. She had to do exams. She had to give a presentation. She had to have people from outside school come in and meet with her and watch her working with you and talk to her. And all her hard work has paid off and she has passed her qualification. So big well done to Miss Tor. Congratulations. Okay, we have a Braywick Court School Facebook page. You might not know that because you guys are all too young to be using Facebook, but tell your mums and dads about it, or whoever looks after you. Get your parents and all your family to like our Facebook page, to look at what we put on there. We've got all sorts of really good videos, really showing off the best of Braywick Court School. So please check it out if you haven't. Okay, let's see what we're Maple class up to. Look at that. Issa and Serena have made an amazing rainforest. Maple class worked really hard on their endangered species projects and have created some wonderful photographs of their creations. Below is a picture of Issa and Serena have made a rainforest out of a shoebox. Look at that. Let's zoom in a little bit and we can really see in detail what you made. Wow. Look at all the lovely colourful animals you've created, and it's got a lovely pond, bit of water in there. Isn't that amazing? Well done, guys. Okay, so last week we had an amazing assembly from Hannah and Lukman about Ramadan, but also on Thursday, 23rd of April, it was St. George's Day. So we've got a little bit of information in our newsletter telling you all about St. George's Day. And I know we've done St. George's Day in the past in assemblies, haven't we? So we've told you this story before, so hopefully it will be a bit of a reminder. Yesterday, Thursday, 23rd of April, was St. George's Day, recognised annually on the anniversary of St. George's death. The day was previously a national holiday and was once celebrated as widely as Christmas. St. George was born in Turkey and lived during the 3rd century AD. He was a Christian and became a Roman soldier when he was 17. He was known for his bravery and he protested against the persecution of Christians by the Romans. Even though he was imprisoned and tortured, he stayed true to his faith. The legend of St. George and the Dragon tells of how he killed a dragon to save a princess. The tale of St. George and the Dragon is a legend. This means that some of it may be true, however, it may have been changed and embellished over time. In the past, dragons were used in stories to represent the devil. And that is the St George's flag. Okay. So there you go. Right. Projects. Whoa. Well, I know for a fact that Mrs. Bailey, who mans the projects email, had so many pictures in her projects. It was hard to keep track, really. So let's have a look at all the projects that you've done. So we've got some great things going on here. Let's have a look. Evie looks like she's been doing some baking. Hazel's playing guitar. Look at Jeremiah. What have they been doing there? We've got some pictures about the NHS. Oliver made a volcano. This picture, I think if I remember rightly, this was Ellie Baker, who did a Banksy-inspired drawing. And I'm really pleased to see how many of you have made boats off the Project Bingo board. Look at all these amazing boats that you've made, and they float as well. Look at that one in the paddling pool. I'm very jealous. Amazing. That is so good. Okay, so also one of the activities for you to do on the Project Bingo board was to make a stop motion animation movie. Now, you might not know how to do that, but don't worry, because as we are all aware, Hannah is our second IT coordinator, Hannah in Maple class. And as part of this very important role, sorry, unpaid Hannah, she's created a tutorial for children and parents who would like to learn how to make a stop motion video. And it can be found on our YouTube channel. It's a really, really good video. I've watched it myself, and she made an awesome stop motion movie in her bath with little fish. I'm sure you'll agree it's brilliant and well worth a watch. Do send us in your videos once you've had a go. So it'd be great to see some of you doing that this week. Make a stop motion animation movie. There's a free app that you can download, and it's really easy to do. You take lots of little pictures and then you put them all together. Watch Hannah's tutorial because she explains it really well. We'd love to see what you make afterwards, and then we could put together a compilation of all your stop motion movies. That would be great. Okay, let's see what Redwood class have been up to. Here's a few examples of our amazing research projects. So let's zoom in a little bit. Look at that. Felicity looks like she's working hard there doing a poster. Look at that amazing writing. I don't know who did that writing, but Miss Colbeck would probably be able to tell me, but it looks amazing. Look at that. Whales are found in every ocean. Polar bears live in the Arctic. How cool is that? Zoom out again. Let me see some more of their pictures. Look at all their lovely work. Look, there's Rupert and Katie working together. Isn't that fantastic? And we've got some dressing up there as well. I love it. And PowerPoint presentations. Excellent job, Redwood class. Well done. Let's see what Sycamore class have been up to. So Sycamore really throwing themselves into topic takeover this week. We've seen some amazing research, all sorts of fantastic animal drawings, and some really creative models of animal habitats. That's what we really wanted to see out of this topic takeover, that you've all presented your work in different ways and created different things. So let's have a look. Oh, wow, look at that Polar Regions poster. Isn't that great? Polar Regions popular here. That's fantastic. Look at that. We've got some real life rainforest animals. Look at Sammy's working hard there on his research. That's fantastic. Oliver's rainforest that he made in a shoebox. Look at that. Devon's reading up on some non-fiction books. That's fantastic. That drawing of a toucan. I don't know who did that, but it's amazing. Really good job, Sycamore class. Well done. Let's see what Birch have been up to. Birch have thoroughly enjoyed working on their endangered animals and their habitats. Mrs. Elstob and I have been ever so impressed with all the fantastic work that the children have produced. Look at this poster. I really love the way it's got a shaped top. That makes it look really interesting, in the presentation with the different boxes and things. That's really cool. Hazel's working really hard there on her laptop. A little panda in the background. That is fantastic. And oh, look, there's Ellie. While Flicky is cleaning the windows, Ellie's sweeping the floor. Good job, Ellie. Well done. And we've got some baking going on there. That's what we like to see. That looks like Florence has been. Did Florence bake all of those things? That's amazing. Well done. Let's come round to your house for some food, Florence. Okay, Sports Corner. It's been a lovely week with the weather, and I hope that you've all enjoyed the sun and kept active. This week, we started cricket skills sessions with fielding, and on Monday, we're going to focus on bowling next. Wow. Look out on the YouTube channel over the next week or so, as we will have some special guests. This will include a dance for you to learn by Jane Douglas. She's the dance teacher who comes in and teaches you for the dance festival, and a golf lesson by Gavin, the golf coach. As always, keep sending me pictures of how you stay active, no matter how you do it. Enjoy the sun, from Mr. Babington. That's brilliant. And look at this. The teachers have got a really special video for you coming up this week to do with dance. So make sure you watch Wednesday's assembly because it's going to be brilliant. Okay, celebrations from home this week. Well done to Aria, who made this wonderful poster, which has been chosen by BT to decorate a Childline counsellor's office. Wow! For those people who are coming to the office every day to support children. Childline is a helpline that children can phone if they feel that they need help from somebody outside of their home. And look at that amazing poster. Let's zoom in on that. Wow, Aria, that's amazing. Lovely colours you've done as well. That's going to really cheer someone up in their office. Well done. Okay, while we're talking about celebrations of work, look at this amazing artwork done by Ollie B. Now, Ollie is a fantastic artist, and Ollie from Maple Class really loves his drawing. I've seen some amazing drawing that he's done, but look at that. Ollie, that is spectacular. It's one of my favourites that you've done. Well done. And Rocco spent 2.5 hours doing an online tutorial to learn how to paint this awesome hammerhead shark. Wow. You should teach us, Rocco. It'd be great if you could make a video for us to teach us how to draw a hammerhead shark, because I'm not great at drawing, but that is an amazing hammerhead shark. And I love the way you see how he's blended the colours. So the ocean looks all different colours, lighter blue, darker blue. That's amazing, Rocco. Really well done. Taylor and Theo took their learning to another level by adopting their chosen animal. Wow, they both adopted an animal. That is very cool. Well done, boys. And Alicia spent her own time over the Easter holidays writing a wonderful poem about our school and coronavirus. But this poem has been shared on our Facebook page as well, and it's got lots of really lovely feedback. So really well done. And can you see that she spelled each letter at the start of each line spells out coronavirus? That's called an acrostic poem. Well done. And it's got a really positive message, that. So it's quite long, so I'm not going to read it to you now, but I would suggest that you have a look at the newsletter and read it in more detail, because it's an absolutely brilliant poem. Very well done. Okay. So lastly, we've got a message about reading. One of the best things you can do at home is to read while you're not in school. You know that when we are in school, I talk to you all the time about reading, and we've got a lovely library at school that sadly we can't use at the moment, but there are so many ways you can access books and keep yourself reading. If you're running out of books at home, you don't have any more books to read. Bug Club. So every one of you has a Bug Club account, and every one of you has a whole wealth of books on Bug Club. So please keep using it. And you can also go back into your library on Bug Club and read books that you've already read before, reread them. So that's great. Please make good use of Bug Club. It sets books for right at your level and gives you questions and about what you've read. Maidenhead Library have got an amazing range of online resources, and you can read loads and loads of books online, as well as Oxford Owl. So Oxford Owl have got many of the reading books on colour bands, so you can find your reading level and use loads of reading books on there. And Audible have got loads of children's books, which are audio books, so they're books that you can listen to, and that's great because then you can really immerse yourself in all the language. And on our YouTube channel, we upload a chapter book and a picture book every day, so there's no excuse. You can go back and watch old stories that you've missed or that you've already read and that you particularly liked. Mrs. Donnelly's Puff the Magic Dragon video is a favourite in our house. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So that was our newsletter from last week. So all that's left for me to say is to say goodbye. Hope you have an amazing day today. Hope you have a great time with all your learning. Work hard, try your best, and I hope you enjoy your Zoom calls this week. Can't wait to speak to you, the group that I'm going to speak to. And I will be back on Wednesday for an awesome assembly. See you soon. Bye.